this is Monday, July 15th. We did some video this morning there. We were doing the calves and some goats, but man, is it ever croaking hot out here. When I came out, the thermometer said 102 there in the shade, and we worked on my son's deck this morning. We got that done there at lunchtime, thankfully, because man, it is stifling out here. It's this will really take the cows for a ride. Yeah, when I made the comment about this taking the cows for a ride as far as milk production, and yeah, they fared pretty good all summer till last week. They really took a hit, but then they came back today about half of what they had dropped off. It had cooled off there toward the end of the week, but man, it's right back at it here today. So I don't know, this isn't good for cows for sure. There's a pretty good air blowing, but it is hot. It's just like hot air. It's a real dark cloud right over here, so I don't know if it'll amount to anything or not. I think there's a chance of scattered thunderstorms this afternoon. Yeah, we're up here getting ready to bed our free stalls today. Even though it's hot out, we got to keep the cows clean. I don't know if I ever showed any video of the stalls, what they look like whenever we do bed them. We usually bed them 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on Fridays we try to put a little bit extra in. But yeah, this is about what they look like when we go to bed them. They still have some bedding left. We try to scrape the wet spots and dirty manure spots off the stall beds. Maybe not quite every milking, but pretty much every milking, or almost every milking we do it. And it's good to do it every milking, but once in a while one gets skipped. But for sure every afternoon and most of the mornings. And so yeah, but we do mix a bag of hydrated lime in with our sawdust. We also have a little bit of gypsum in there that helps cut down, lower the pH. It helps cut down bacteria and keeps the cows from getting mastitis as quick. But so yeah, we'll try to do a little video of that here today. Yeah, we're hoping and praying for some more rain. We got some there last week, but man, with this heat, it just sucks it all right back out. It would be really nice if we'd end up getting a good day-long 1 or 2 inch soaker, but that's not in the forecast for us at this point, so we'll take what we get. Just got done bedding the free stalls and got them all nice and clean again, but there was a dark cloud over here, and I came out from bedding the free stalls and it's pouring down rain. Oh my word, this is just wonderful. I hope it keeps it up for a while. Yeah, it looks all clear. It's just kind of like a cloud hanging right above us here, so I don't know, we'll see what we get, but right now it's just dumping down rain. A little bit of hail with it. Right when it first started, it wasn't very big. I could just hear a little bit rattling off the top of my skid loader. When we bed the free stalls, it gets really dusty in there, especially when the fans are all running, as we use kiln dried sawdust, and then we mix a little bit of hydrated lime in with it. But yeah, the fans usually clear it all out really fast. Yeah, the rain didn't last real long. I don't know if we got maybe barely a tenth out of it, but hopefully we'll get some more. It's just the middle of the afternoon. Yeah, so far we've been fortunate enough in a lot of this hot weather that the calves are being born during the night or early in the morning, and that sure is a blessing, because when you have a cow, especially if she's got a cow any age to her, starts calving in the middle of some of this heat, that can be really hard on them in the heat of the afternoon. But we've had a lot of fresh cows in the last 3 weeks over this fodder spell, but like I said, at this point most of them have been calving in the mornings. or at night. So we had 3 calves born during the night or early this morning. There's a red and white Holstein. That's a bull calf. There's another red and white Holstein. Actually, this red and white Holstein was born yesterday. I'm sorry, it was born Sunday. Yeah, and then here's another black and white Holstein. The mom there didn't finish cleaning quite yet. Hopefully she will here. She's a little older cow. Probably this is probably about her 5th calf. But yeah, they all 3 had really nice calves, and 2 of them are bull calves, and 1 of them is a heifer calf. Pretty sure I'm right about that. We had so many calves being born. Yeah, the little red and white Holstein right here is a heifer calf. This little black and white one's a bull calf. Well, that's unusual. He's coming up to me and trying to suck all over my legs. Usually they try to run away from you when they're this age, or before you take them from their moms. Yeah, then this little red and white one over here, I say little, it's a pretty good size red and white one. That's a bull calf that was born while we were milking this morning. Has the best of both worlds. He's laying here right in the doorway at the back of the parlor, where the air blows out through from the fans in the parlor. And he got his head propped up against the wall. He's zonked out. He moved now. He got his head hanging down the step. He heard me talking, so he opened his eyes. Now this morning is Tuesday morning, July 16th.
And he is 52 years old today.
We're 52 summers old.
When our one son was little, he would always say, instead of saying 2 years, he would say he was 2 summers. And
He was 2 summers old.
Anyhow, he's 52 today.
Take the boat to the lake today for my birthday, but it's supposed to be blazing hot, so we decided to wait until Thursday. It's still supposed to be in the upper 80s, which will be about perfect for the lake. But anyhow, we'll do a couple special things today, but for now we're milking this morning, and yeah, we're pretty much the same as usual as far as milking. So far everything's going well. That's a shot of Maxi B1000, it's called. It's B complex. This cow had twins about a week ago, and with the heat that we're having, yeah, B complex makes them feel good and keeps their appetite out, makes them, yeah, hopefully she's doing okay, but just want to give her an extra boost. Our dog Teddy's teddy bear, he loves his stuffed animals. It's the weirdest thing. There's probably 4 or 5 of them laying around there different places. He'll go grab one and just carry it around, and you get a hold of him, play tug of war with him, and he loves it. But, yeah. I was talking about the hot weather. Out here in our holding area, we have 4 big fans. I'm not sure what size they are. They're probably close to 60-inch panel fans. There's a local company here in our area that go around tearing down old agricultural buildings, pig barns, a lot of chicken houses. And about once a year they'll have a sale. They do have stuff for sale privately, but about once a year they'll have a sale, and I found these at a sale, oh man, probably 15 or 18 years ago. But we have 4 of them hanging here in our holding area, and they do really good actually. They blow a lot of air and keep the air flowing through. We have curtains all around all the sides of the barn too, so it's very, very open, and we can open it up really good. But yeah, in the afternoons, it's hot anywhere in the afternoons when it's hot out. But we don't have any misters or sprinklers in our freestall barns for the cows. I've always said we normally don't get more than maybe 3 to 5 days out of a year. There would be really, really important. I mean, I'm sure we'd use them more than that if we had them, but well, after summers like this, it starts to make you rethink some of that. So I don't know if we'll ever put them in or not, but anyhow, it would probably be good in this kind of heat.
The garage door button's not working, and so he's got to crawl up there and use the chain. He does that so the cows don't get hooked on it or anything. Put the chain up there. The scraper's at the end of the barn. And it's soon gonna flip and go back down through and scrape. This bull's a nice bull, but he's tame. So he's one of them that you don't know that he's around. He's a little too friendly. He's not mean or anything. If you watch the cows as it comes to them, they just step right over it. I don't know if I keep the words in here or not.
Bunch of our heifers. There's probably only about half of them that are in this group out here. They're the ones that are right before their breeding age. They're probably anywhere from, I don't know, 10 months to 13 month old. Yeah, there's a group of them in there that'll soon be ready to go in with the bull. Probably about half of them that are in there. But yeah, the rest of them are up there. I seen them up the other end of our freestall barn. Feeding the cows on a Saturday morning. Yeah, they always like when they get fresh feed. Every morning when we pen up the cows, we bring the skidler up to the freestall barn and open the gate for the cows to go out. Then we push the old silage out. What's left, I think I showed that before, but yeah. And it was really hot earlier in the week, and now it cooled off the last couple days. Supposed to be a little hotter again here, but nothing like we had. We were having right up against 100 or a little over 100 for several days. The cows sure are enjoying this cooler weather, and the heat didn't hit them too bad, thankfully. Most of them hot days it cooled off fairly good at night, but we did lose some milk there about 10 days ago. We had several days that were really hot and muggy at night. But they came back, maybe not quite the whole way, but pretty close. Yeah, they're all lined up here where I ran it out. And down here they're waiting. They're like, come on, what are you waiting on? So anyhow, we'll finish running it out and see what else happens today. We don't have a really busy day. Saturdays, we normally try not to do a whole lot more than we have to. I mean, obviously when we're in the fields or chopping or planting, that can vary with that too, but yeah. Today we don't have a whole lot on to go other than the milking and the feeding and a few odds and ends. There's Mr. Lineback Bull. He's waiting on his breakfast. This is kind of a farmer's dream, and you come up here and you see the cows either laying down, resting, or up eating. Of all the ones there in the stalls, there might be, I don't know, probably not more than 5 to 8 that are there at the stalls that aren't laying down. Not even hardly that. The more I'm looking down through there, maybe 5. And which I did just feed them too, run the feed out, so a lot of them came over to eat. But that's often how it looks. It's good to see them resting and comfortable and making more milk. Here's all our heifers in what we call our new heifer barns. The oldest one's in here, probably 10-month-old down to about 4 to 5-month-old. But in the summer we feed them once a day and then push up what's left in the morning. Until evening there'll be a little bit here to push out, but not much. In the wintertime we can get by with feeding them every other day and then just keep it all pushed up. It's cool enough it don't start spoiling. But anyhow, they're all growing well and doing good. We had one yesterday. I should have got a video of that, or a little picture of it, I guess. I forgot about that. My son came up here to scrape it out. We scrape the feed alley out twice a week. Yeah, there's gates there. You can just go down through, closing them all and penning them in the bedded pack pen back there. And he messaged me and said there's a heifer down up here that won't get up, and she looks kind of bloated. And so I came up here, she was laying out flat, kind of laying with her head downhill, and I don't know if she just was kind of laying like half with her back downhill, and I got her spun around a little bit and she jumped up and kind of was wobbling around like she couldn't get her bearings back together. I don't know if something was really sleeping on that side. Oh, that's her right there, that red and white one, 1263. She just pulled her head back. I wasn't even sure which one it was at first, but yeah, that is her. But yeah, I checked her. Well, she kind of stayed standing there and got kind of against the gate and got her balance and got her bearings back together. And it wasn't more than about 5 minutes. She was walking around, still maybe a little bit goofy, but when I say goofy, not quite steady. But yeah, this morning, yeah, I wasn't even quite sure which one it was, but yeah, it was that one right there. So yeah, if that would have happened, say like about dark, and we wouldn't have seen it till the next morning, there's a chance she could have been dead. Kind of laying half downhill with her back and head downhill, and wasn't able to sit up. She was probably either bloated or something funny would have happened. But anyway, thankfully that all turned out well. But yeah, the youngest 2 pens down here, we really like this heifer barn. The youngest 2 pens down here, we keep a little bit of sawdust back there in the pens. But from here on down, we don't put any bedding in the pens back there at all. It stays dry enough we don't really need to. And maybe in the winter when it's really cold, or if we have a week that's rainy, like a whole week of rainy weather where it's really damp and dreary, when we scrape it out, we'll put a little bit of sawdust back there. But we do go down through the scrape alley when we scrape it out and take a skid loader bucket full of sawdust and just spread lightly the whole way down through the scrape alley to help keep things a little drier. But anyway, it's very trouble-free and house a lot of heifers in a smaller amount of space. Yeah, I was saying about that heifer barn up there. We have 2 heifer barns there side by side. We call them the old and new heifer barn. They're built about 5 years apart. I think the new one was built in 2000. Pretty sure it was the year of 2000. And so yeah, it is 24 years old, so it's not real new anymore. But yeah, it is. We really like that heifer barn. It takes very minimal bedding and very, very minimal labor to take care of a lot of heifers. So it's really nice. So it's usually, I think there's 110 headlocks up there maybe. There's usually around 100 or a little over in there, give or take a little.